Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to The Real D with V. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about serenity. In the crazy world we live in, one can find themselves struggling to stay serene and unaffected by life stresses. In order to function normally, one must find a balance in life to help cope with life's everyday stresses. I wanted to share with you guys some of my own methods I've used to help me stay serene, and also what I believe a lot of people are doing that could be preventing them from living a balanced life. My life is crazy, just like any other person's. My life is not perfect by any means, but I'm a pretty balanced person because my whole life I've chosen to not hold grudges and to let go of negativity in my life. I've learned to grow from every experience, good or bad, and take the positives I can from the negatives. I believe that everything in life happens for a reason. Even though we might not always understand the reason, we aren't meant to understand everything. Every experience has a lesson or something positive you can take from it. Bad experiences may suck, but in my experience, I've learned that they're only there to make us stronger. I've always dealt with my problems instead of suppressing them, which is one major reason I'm so balanced spiritually. I've noticed how society has kind of been bred to throw themselves into false illusions of serenity instead of dealing with their negative emotions. Society as a whole has become apathetic, and people just don't talk openly about the things that make them feel uncomfortable anymore. I've known people who suppress everything and run away from their problems and seen firsthand how unbalanced they are. Suppressing issues and throwing yourself into untherapeutic outlets will only mask the issues, in the end making them worse. One must deal with their issues in order to be able to move on and grow. And although it is important to deal with our issues, it's also important to not dwell on them either. This is one thing that I've struggled with myself and have finally come to terms with it. I found myself dealing with life too much, trying to understand the things I've gone through, and instead of just taking what I can from them and moving on. Some things that I do to help keep me serene, for example, would definitely be these vlogs. They are in a way my therapy that I'm sharing with you all. I'm a singer, songwriter, so definitely singing and writing helps a lot. But sometimes I find it hard to throw myself into my music whenever I'm feeling really down. So I do other things, such as surround myself with inspiring and motivating quotes. That helps keep me uplifted. I've also come to realize how tuning in with nature can really keep one serene. I'll find myself going outside to catch some fresh air and really just taking it all in. I've also started collecting really beautiful pictures of nature. To me, nature in itself is inspiring, and it kind of takes me away when I really absorb its beauty. Dancing is definitely another outlet of mine. It's like a daily routine for me, and it really helps remove a lot of stress. So, these are just some examples of the outlets I choose to use. My best advice, if you find yourself being one of these people who suppresses issues, is find an outlet that will affect you positively. Don't get lost in running away from your issues, because in the end, they're going to come back to haunt you. So why not deal with them and get it over with so you can move on and be happy? At the end of the day, life will always have its struggles. It's just a matter of how we choose to let them affect us. So you can either choose to let these issues hold you back, or you can choose to grow and move on.